Hello, football fans. We are ready for NFL picks for week number 14 in the league where they play for pay. Great to be back with you. The best audience in all of YouTube is right here. Week number 14 already. Only 4 weeks left of the regular season. How fast is this going? Coming off another spectacular week, 11-2 overall, 8-2 with the picks, 3-0 with the over and unders, and remember I added Baltimore and Seattle to the win total from last week as well. All right, pick number 1. Let's go to Buffalo, a monster game here with the Pittsburgh Steelers a -2.5 against the Buffalo Bills. Buffalo 8-3. They are playing the Niners tonight in Arizona because the Niners cannot play in Santa Clara. Pittsburgh, they're 11-0, beat Baltimore. Didn't look great doing it. Tomlin had a problem with their effort. They lose Bud Dupree, their linebacker for the year as well. That's 2 linebackers the Steelers have lost this year, Bush and Dupree. They replaced Bush with the trade with the Jets. Bud Dupree, that's definitely a loss, so we'll keep an eye on that. Pittsburgh, of course, plays Washington tonight. We'll see about Roethlisberger. He's questionable. You'd think he'd play. He's a tough guy. You'd think he'd be out there. This is a monster game. I think Pittsburgh's finally due for a loss here. And I think the schedule and being undefeated gets them here. The Steelers are going to be playing, 3 games in like 11 days? Remember, they played Baltimore on Wednesday. They play Washington tonight. Then they got to go to Buffalo. That's a tough schedule. They're undefeated. I think it comes to an end this week. So I love Buffalo in a 2-team teaser. Move it to 8.5 and take the Bills. You get the Bills with 8.5. Home field. I think the Bills are going to win outright. I think it's time the Steelers take a loss. The Steelers go down this week up in Buffalo in a must-watch game, a tremendous game. But I got to like the Bills here, especially in a 2-team teaser. Move it to 8.5, take the Bills. I love them that way. Steelers take their first loss. That's pick number 1. Pick number 2. Let's go to the dog pound in Cleveland with the Baltimore Ravens, a -1.5 against the Cleveland Browns. Baltimore 6-5. They play Dallas tomorrow. Jackson will play. How about Cleveland? Up to 9-3, beat Tennessee. What a first half for Cleveland. I turned this game on. Cleveland was winning 38-7. I'm like, is that the right score? 38-7 in Tennessee? Cleveland kind of got sloppy the second half, let Tennessee back in the game, but they held on and win. Cleveland is having a really nice year. 9-3. They're doing it without Beckham. Defense is playing well. Nice job by Cleveland. They look like a solid playoff team right now. I'm going to move the line to 7.5 and take the Browns. I get 7.5, the home field. Baltimore's schedule has been wacky. I mean, they've been all over the place. Canceled games, players with the virus. Who's in, who's out. I think Cleveland at least hangs around in this game. So I'll take the Browns in a 2-team teaser with 7.5. That's pick number 2. Pick number 3. Let's go to Las Vegas. Sin City. Chucky. The Grim Reaper. Vader. The Black Hole. With the Indianapolis Colts a -3 against the Las Vegas Raiders. Indianapolis up to 8-4. Held on and beat the Texans. That was an important win for the Colts. And then you got the Raiders beat the Jets. They're up to 7-5, but they made it very interesting. The Raiders had to score late in this game to beat the Jets. I mean, what were the Raiders doing for most of the second half? I thought they were going to lose to the Jets at one point. I couldn't believe it. And we'll get to the Jets later. What kind of defense were the Jets playing at the end of this game? I mean, what were they doing? Man-to-man coverage, no help? The Raiders got no timeouts left. They got a bomb to the end zone. What are the Jets doing? And on the play before that, the Raiders almost scored on a bomb. I don't know what the Jets were doing. Typical Jets. But the Raiders escaped in this game. I thought when the Raiders went up by double digits, they were going to bomb the Jets. No, the Jets came back and took the lead. The Raiders were lucky to win this game. Lucky to win the game, and that kept them alive for the playoffs. I'm going to move the line to 9 in a 2-team teaser and take the Raiders. Much like the first two games. I get 9 points. I get the home team. This game could go either way, so you gotta like the Raiders in a 2-team teaser with 9. I'm gonna go that way. I like the game that way. The Raiders gotta play better, though. They have not played well the last 2 weeks. Got bombed in Atlanta. Lucky to beat the Jets. Coming home now, I think they will play a little better. They're right in the playoff race. I'm gonna take them with 9 here. The Colts are up and down. You never know what you're getting with them. So I think the Raiders will cover the 9 in a 2-team teaser. That's pick number 3. Pick number 4. Let's go down to Tampa with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on -6.5 against the Minnesota Vikings. Tampa 7-5 coming off a bye. It's now or never for Tampa Bay. They got to start playing some good football. Minnesota, they're up to 6-6. Beat Jacksonville in overtime. Somehow Minnesota's in the last playoff spot. And we talked about this last week. With Arizona losing, Minnesota is in the last playoff spot. And that's hard to believe because when you watch Minnesota, you're like, this is not a playoff team. The last 3 weeks at home, they lost to Dallas, were lucky to beat Carolina, and were lucky to beat Jacksonville here. They really were. They play in peaks and valleys, Minnesota. They really do. And I don't know if making the playoffs is the best thing for the Vikings long term. Because to me, I think Cousins and Zimmer should go. And if they make the playoffs, I don't think they will. Vikings are a strange, strange team. Very bizarre. I'm going to move the line to pick them and take Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay cannot lose to Minnesota in their own building coming off a bye. Tampa Bay loses this game, they're 7-6. 7-6. Now, I think Tampa Bay is going to respond here. Like I said, coming off a bye, they're home. Minnesota is choppy to say the least. Their defense is not good. Cousins is up and down. They play in such peaks and valleys, I cannot trust them. I have to like Tampa Bay here to find a way to beat Minnesota at home. So I'm going to move it to pick them in a 2-team teaser and take Brady and the Bucks. That's pick number 4. Pick number 5. Let's go to the Meadowlands in New Jersey. Not too far from where I am with the Arizona Cardinals on -2.5 against the New York Football Giants. Arizona down to 6-6, lost to the Rams. Arizona's defense is not good. It's not good. It's Swiss cheese. They give up points to everybody. To everybody. Can't stop anyone in a big spot. How about the Giants? They're up to 5-7. They go into Seattle and win the game outright, and they do it without Jones and Mr. McCoy at quarterback. Are you kidding me? That was a solid win by the Giants. I was pretty surprised about that. I did not think the Giants with McCoy would go into Seattle and be able to hold off the Seahawks. Well, they did. And the Giants have been playing good football. They've been in all their games. And I talked about this when they were losing. They lost a close game to Tampa. They lost a close game to the Rams. They lost a close game to Philly. They lost a close game to Dallas. They lost a close game to Chicago. They've been in basically all their games. All of them. Now they're starting to win. They have a little moxie now, the Giants. They're playing that good zone defense. They're getting some things done. Give the Giants credit, because I thought they were going to be a 2-14 team. Give them credit. Now, I know 5-7 isn't nothing to write home about, but they are in first place, and they have been showing a lot of guts in these games. A lot of guts. That was a quality win in Seattle. I'm going to move the line to 8.5 and take the Giants. I just don't trust Arizona right now. Arizona's going this way, and the Giants are going this way. I get 8.5 points. I get the Giants, home field, probably cold weather here in New York. Arizona's going the wrong way, and they cannot stop anybody. That scares me. When you can't stop teams, no matter how good your offense is, you're in trouble. And Arizona has been very shaky on the defensive end. So I'm going to take the Giants just to hang around. Just to hang around. That's what they've been doing. I would like Jones to quarterback in this game. I don't love McCoy, even though he got the job done the last 2 weeks. But I think the Giants are going to be right in this game. So if I can get him with 8.5 at home, I'm taking him. That's pick number 5. Pick number 6, let's go down to Jacksonville with the Tennessee Titans on -7.5 against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Jacksonville down to 1-11. Lost to Minnesota in overtime. Jacksonville's been close the last 2 weeks. They just can't get over the hump. Tennessee, they're down to 8-4. Lost to Cleveland. Boy, Tennessee is a strange team. I mean, they got bombed in the first half, tried to rally in the second half. You know what it is about Tennessee, and I've said this for years. Just when you think Tennessee is going to go to that next level, they take a step back. And just when you're ready to write them off, they come up with a big win. They're a strange team, Tennessee. I do think they'll respond this week coming off the loss. 2-team teaser, move it to 1.5 and take the Titans. Again, Jacksonville's lost 11 in a row. Tennessee needs this game in the worst way. They're hanging on to that division lead. They're coming off a loss. I think they will respond and have enough to beat the Jaguars on the road. That's pick number 6. Pick number 7. Let's go to the Motor City in Detroit with Green Bay Packers, a -8.5 against the Detroit Lions. Detroit actually had a good win. They're up to 5-7, beat Chicago. What an awful loss for the Bears. I mean, does that not sum it up for them? By the way, I didn't get to this last week. I see the Lions finally took my advice. Goodbye, Mr. Patricia, with a pencil in your ear. Goodbye, Mr. Patricia. Didn't exactly work out in Detroit, did it? Green Bay, they're up to 9-3, beat Philadelphia. Got off to a big lead in this game and then got a little sloppy at the end, let Philly come back. But Philly, falls short. Green Bay gets the win. Green Bay -8.5 here in Detroit. 2-team teaser. I got to move it to 2.5 and take the Pack. Green Bay is only a game behind New Orleans for top spot in the NFC, and that is huge. Because like I said, all year, only one team in each conference gets a bye. One team, and remember, Green Bay beat New Orleans earlier in the year. So if Green Bay makes up one more game, they could get top seed in the NFC, which means all the home games and a bye week. I mean, if you're Green Bay, would you rather play New Orleans in New Orleans or Lambeau? Come on now. So these games are very important for Green Bay. They have a very favorable schedule. They can get it done. They can catch New Orleans. New Orleans still has to play Kansas City, I believe. So Green Bay only a game back, and they have the tiebreaker. They will not mess around here with Detroit. Move it to 2.5 and take the Pack. They're not losing to the Lions. I know the Lions had a good comeback win against Chicago. That's Chicago. They're not going to do that against Rodgers and the Pack. I like the Pack in a 2-team teaser. That's pick number 7. Pick number 8. Let's go to Los Angeles with the LA Rams, a -5.5 against the New England Patriots. Patriots up to 6-6, just laid it on the Chargers. What was this, 45-0? Ouch. Nice performance, LA Chargers. I don't know about the Charger coach either. Don't know about the coach. And the quarterback, the rookie quarterback, finally had a bad game. But he was due. He's been playing so well. So the Patriots just laid it on the LA Chargers. They're up to 6-6. They'll stay in LA the whole week because they're playing the Rams here in Los Angeles. So New England's staying on the West Coast. Rams, they're up to 8-4, had a nice win in Arizona. The Rams take over first place because Seattle lost. Listen, the Rams can play some defense. They can play some defense, and when you can play that kind of defense, you can be in the game with anyone. They got Donald. They got the big corner, Ramsey, who can cover anyone. Offensively, they can get some things done. They got that passing game. Quarterback who can be sporadic, had a very good game yesterday. The Rams can play some defense, though, and I think the Ram defense will carry the day here. New England will not have the game they had against the Chargers. I mean, that was just one-sided. The Rams will come to play this week. They lost 2 weeks ago at home to the Niners. I think the Rams will respond here. 2-team teaser, move it to pick 'em. I like the Rams. It's a tough game. It's not one of my favorite plays, but I got to like the Rams here. I have to like the Rams here. New England has been sporadic this year. I know they won last week, looked good, but I'm gonna lean Rams here, in a 2-team teaser at Pick'em. That's pick number 8. And pick number 9, let's go to Philadelphia with the New Orleans Saints, a -6.5 against the Philadelphia Eagles. Eagles down to 3-8-1, lost to Green Bay. Wentz takes a seat on the bench. Hurts tried to rally them late, came up short. He did do some decent things, though, while in the game. Philadelphia has now lost 4 straight. They've absolutely fallen apart. They've been decimated with injuries this year as well. How about New Orleans? 10-2, 9 straight. They beat Atlanta. How about the New Orleans defense? Are they not dealing? I think the last 5 weeks, what has New Orleans given up, like 2 touchdowns? I mean, they are unbelievable on defense this year. They get Breeze healthy, and I said this last year, they are right there for one of the teams that can make the Super Bowl. Their defense is playing outstanding. We know about their offense. We know they could score. Their defense is what makes them a Super Bowl contender. Again, and I've said this a million times about the Eagles, until they respond and win a game, I have to keep picking against them. Now they're putting the young quarterback in there, Hurts, against this New Orleans defense, which has been ferocious. I'm going to move it to pick them in a two-team teaser and take the Saints. The Saints have won 9 in a row. The Eagles have lost 4 in a row. I mean, come on. You can't trust Philadelphia. I keep saying it. I keep picking against them. I keep winning. I keep winning. I keep winning. I keep winning. Keep picking against Philly. I keep winning. So I'm going to take the Saints in a two-team teaser at even and say they get the job done. Like I said, no margin for error for the Saints. They're only a game ahead of Green Bay for that top spot in the NFC, and that could mean everything. So no margin for error. They got to get the job done here. Saints is pick number 9. Who dat? Pick number 10. Let's go up to Seattle with the Seattle Seahawks are minus 13 against the New York Football Jets. Seattle down 8-4, lost to the Giants. I was shocked by this game. I was shocked that the Giants with Colt McCoy went into Seattle and won. I couldn't believe how lethargic the Seattle Seahawks offense was. We know their defense isn't great, but their offense is usually there for you with Russell Wilson. Their offense looked befuddled, and give the Giants credit. Not a good performance by the Seahawks. They fall out of first place. And I'll tell you what, the NFC is so tough. Seattle's going to make the playoffs. They may not be around all that long. They don't have a great defense. They're not going to have home field. Seattle could have a short run in these playoffs. Could have a short run. The New York Football Jets, what else is new with them? They're 0-12, lost to Vegas. How did the Jets lose this game at the end? What were they doing at the end of this game? What kind of defense is that? I don't understand what the Jets were doing. Man-to-man, no help, over the top. You let the Raiders get behind you like that? They actually let them get behind them twice. The first one on second down was incomplete. Raiders came right back and threw another bomb. I couldn't believe the Jets made it that easy for them to score. I couldn't believe it. What kind of coaching is that? The Raiders have no timeouts. Play the cover 2 shell. Let the Raiders throw the ball, in the playing field. Go tackle them. Let the clock wind. You let them get deep on you like that? That was a gift they gave the Raiders. That was a gift. And the Jet fans are saying, we're glad we lost. We still got the number 1 pick. We want Lawrence. That's what the Jets fans are talking about. And that's what the Jet fans always talk about. The draft. New beginnings. We're going to get this player and that player, and it's going to all work out for us. Just like Donald. I heard years ago when the Jets took Donald that they were going to win the Super Bowl 3 years from then. How did that work out? It's always like a new beginning with the Jets. That never seems to happen. They're always looking forward to the draft. Well, this is the year we're going to get better. Oh, this is the year we're going to get better. Oh, this is the player that's going to make us better. Well, here we go again, Jets. Here we go again with Trevor Lawrence. That was a despicable way to end the game yesterday for the Jets, who played a decent game up until the ending, and then they became the New York Football Jets again. Unbelievable they allowed that to happen. Unbelievable. Listen, for all you 14 teaser lovers, you get 12 points. Move it to 1, take Seattle. I mean, come on. Seattle's going to respond. They just lost to the Giants. They're not going to lose to the Jets at home. 14 teaser, 12 points. Move it to 1, take Seattle. Away we go. That's pick number 10. And the final pick today, as I'm losing my voice, the Kansas City Chiefs are minus 7.5 against the Miami Dolphins down in South Beach. Miami up to 8-4, beat Cincinnati. Tua did play in this game. Kansas City up to 11-1, beat Denver. Didn't play great, but got the job done. This is a strange game. I'm going to move it to 13.5 and take the Dolphins. I say the Dolphins hang around in this game. You can't always take the Chiefs to blow teams out. And listen, this could be one of those games, and I always tell you this about the two-team teaser, where you win both ways. Where the Chiefs kind of win by a few points, but the Dolphins cover the other way. You could win either way here, but I'll take the Dolphins plus 13.5. They've been good at home this year. Good defense, good special teams. I like the Dolphins to hang around in this game. That is pick number 11. And I'm not going near 5 games. I'm not going near Houston, Chicago. I mean, how awful of a loss was that for Chicago yesterday? And Houston, by the way. Carolina, Denver, no opinion on that game. Atlanta and the Chargers, no opinion on that. San Francisco, Washington, I know it could mean something, but you can't pick that game. San Francisco's playing in Arizona now. I mean, come on. And Cincinnati, Dallas, I mean, no. But my bags are packed for Cincinnati, Dallas. I haven't had a road trip lately, but my bags are packed for Cincinnati, Dallas. Cincinnati, Dallas. That's where we want to be this week to watch that humdinger. Oh boy, I'm not picking that game, but I'll be there. Who's with me? Who's with me? Let's go! Cincinnati, Dallas. Oh yeah, in the jungle. In the jungle. Woo! Anyway, those are your picks for week number 14. Hope you guys are doing well. Stay happy, healthy, and safe. Pick a lot of winners. Make a lot of money. I'll talk to you guys next Monday as we're heading down the home stretch now. Thanks for all your loyal support. I appreciate each and every one of you. Talk to you next week. Take care.